Greetings, everyone. Today it will be it would be Wednesday in March, the first Wednesday in March, and our theme for the month of March is the psychosocial development. And our sisters, this came from one of our sisters or a couple of our sisters who said, we need to continue to grow as human beings. We need to continue to grow in who we are and develop ourselves. And so that area is called psychosocial development. And so there is a theorist, and I know that sounds really heavy, but there is someone who worked on this and said there are stages that people go through. And so his name is Eric Erickson. And so he put together this whole sense of what are the stages we go through as we develop over the spectrum of our lives. So this includes me, this includes every one of you, this includes our speaker today, who is Sister Sabitha, and we know her and we love her. And so Sister Sabitha has she's got her master's level work in social it's what is it, social development, and I'm at a loss here. What is your degree in?
Masters in Counseling, Psychology, and Masters in Pastoral Studies.
Yes, that's what she has. And so that makes her well prepared to make this presentation today. So I know you're going to enjoy it. She's going to take the theory and make it interesting so that we all understand it. So, Sister Sabitha, welcome.
Thank you.
And you're going to share the screen with us?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll let you know when it shows up. Yes, I'm seeing it. I'm
checking
seeing it.
Yeah.
Okay. You need to put it in presentation mode. Yeah. Oh.
Done.
Okay.
Welcome, everyone. Today, we are going to explore psychosocial development through the lens of Eric Erickson. Our focus is on a journey of self-discovery as we delve into Erickson's psychosocial theory. Rather than approaching it academically, we are here to explore how this theory can serve as a roadmap for understanding our personal development. Throughout this presentation, I will be posing questions for personal reflection. I encourage you to pause the video, contemplate the question, and then resume listening. Here is the overview of the presentation. You will have general introduction to psychosocial theories, brief sketch of Eric Erickson's, general introduction to psychosocial development. We will explore in detail stages of psychosocial development by Eric Erickson. The expected learning outcome is to gain self-awareness and develop a capacity for empathy, enabling participants to navigate their own identity formation while effectively supporting others in their personal growth journeys. What are psychosocial theories? Psychosocial theories explore how personal psychology interacts with social factors influencing cognition, emotions, behaviors, and identity within a social context. Now, let's take a moment to briefly explore the life and work of Erik Erikson. Erik Erikson is a renowned developmental psychologist born in Germany in 1902. He introduced the concept of psychosocial development. He proposed that individuals go through different psychosocial stages, each impacting their personality and identity over time. What is psychosocial development? Psychosocial development focuses on the interplay between individual psychological factors and social influences throughout a person's life. For example, a child sharing toys shows psychosocial development as they learn from their own feeling like empathy and by watching family and friends adapting to social norms of sharing. Now, let's explore the stages of psychosocial development proposed by Erik Erikson. The first stage of Erik Erikson's psychosocial development is infancy, which spans from birth to 1 year. It is characterized by the fundamental conflict of trust versus mistrust. During this critical period, infants develop a sense of security and trust in their caregivers, laying the foundation for healthy social and emotional development. Infants require prompt and consistent attention to the basic need satisfaction, responsive caregiving, emotional bonding and attachment, consistent routine, affection, and interaction. Let me clarify this concept with an example. Imagine a scenario where an infant, Meena, experiences consistent care and responsiveness from her primary caregiver. When Meena cries, her caregiver promptly attends to her needs, providing nourishment, comfort, and affection. This reliable care creates a secure attachment, and Meena begins to trust that her needs will be met. As a result, she develops a sense of security, comfort, and confidence in her interaction with others. This example shows that if the caregiver is reliable, consistent, and nurturing, the child will develop a sense of trust, which is the foundation for developing trust in oneself, others, in the world, and in God. On the other hand, if the caregiver is neglectful, inconsistent, or insensitive, the child may experience discomfort and distress. These negative experiences can lead to a sense of mistrust in caregivers, creating anxiety, and insecurity. Reflecting on the interaction and experiences of infancy, I would like you to reflect on the following question. How do you believe your early experiences during infancy, as per Erik Erikson, have shaped your current sense of trust, even if specific memories from that time are not readily recalled? The second stage in Erik Erikson's theory is early childhood, spanning from 1 to 3 years, which revolves around the conflict between autonomy versus shame and doubt. Autonomy, according to Erikson, refers to the ability to make independent choices and decisions, particularly in relation to one's own life and development. At this stage, the child is developing physically and becoming more mobile, discovering that he or she has many skills and abilities, such as putting on clothes and shoes, playing with toys, etc. Such skills illustrate the child's growing sense of independence and autonomy. The need of the child in the stage to foster autonomy and avoid shame are encouragement and positive feedback, freedom to explore, choices and decision making, support for self-help skills, clear and consistent limit, safe and nurturing environment, patient and responsive caregiving, recognition of emotions, and celebration of independence. If encouraged and supported in their increased independence, children will become more confident and secure in their ability to survive, thus achieving autonomy. They feel comfortable making decisions, explore their surrounding more freely, and have a sense of self-control and capable of leading their lives. On the other hand, if children are overly controlled or criticized, they may begin to feel ashamed of their autonomy and doubt their abilities. This can lead to a lack of self-confidence, fear of trying new things, and a sense of inadequacy about their self-control abilities. As we have delved into the second stage of Erikson's psychosocial theory, I would like you to reflect on the following question. Consider, how have your early childhood experiences impact your current relationship and self-esteem, even if you don't recall specific memories? The third stage in Erikson's developmental theory is known as play age, spanning from 3 to 6 years of old. During this stage, children actively engage in play as means to explore and understand the world around them. Exploration is crucial for children as it helps them develop curiosity, build self-confidence, enhance motor skills, learn social interaction, and learn from mistake. Now, let's explore the development of initiative versus guilt and their impact on children. At this stage, as previously mentioned, play and imagination take on significant role. Being given the freedom and encouragement to play helps a child feel excited about exercising some control over what they are doing. During this stage, it's important for caregivers to encourage exploration and to help children make appropriate choices. Children who develop initiative in play age gain a sense of curiosity, creativity, and confidence, setting a foundation for positive self-esteem and problem-solving skill. If they face criticism or overly strict limits, they may develop sense of guilt. Children who develop guilt in play age may face reduced self-esteem, fear of trying new things, and a tendency to be overly self-critical, potentially hindering their overall emotional well-being. As we explored the third stage of Erickson's psychosocial theory, I would like to facilitate an imagination exercise to help you explore how your experiences during the play age may have influenced who you are today. Are you ready? Close your eyes and travel back to your play age, that time of boundless imagination and carefree exploration. Picture a vivid moment of play, whether building, imagining, or playing make-believe. Recall the feeling of freedom, joy, and innocence. Think about the encouragement or discouragement you faced from those around you. Now, reflect on how those early experiences shaped your sense of curiosity, creativity, and your approach to challenges. Consider how the spirit of play still influences who you are today. Welcome back from your imagination exercise. Let's continue with the fourth stage, namely school age. Erickson's theory of psychosocial development suggests that the fourth stage, namely school age, which is related to fostering industry versus inferiority, occurs during the period of middle childhood, roughly between 6 to 12 years of old. According to Erickson, fostering a sense of industry involves helping children develop a belief in their own abilities and competence. There are many ways to encourage children's sense of industry. These include celebrating their accomplishment, recognizing their effort and achievement, offering chances for skill building, providing supportive feedback rather than overly critical criticism, creating a nurturing environment and encouraging interaction with peers. By incorporating these approaches, parents, caregivers, and educators can contribute to the healthy development of industry in children. Developing industry or a sense of competence positively impact children's life by fostering confidence, positive self-concept, perseverance, and a belief in one's capacities. Excessive criticism, unrealistic expectation, and a lack of recognition or encouragement can foster feeling of inadequacy and inferiority in children, especially when coupled with repeated failures in mastering tasks. These experiences may significantly impact their self-esteem and confidence as they navigate their developmental journey. After exploring the fourth stage of Erickson's psychosocial theory, I invite you to reflect on how the challenges and success you experienced during your school years shaped your sense of competence and identity today. Fifth stage, adolescence. The period of adolescence occurs between 12 to 19 years, during which a common psychological crisis involves identity and role confusion. What happens during this stage? Adolescence is a period marked by significant physical, cognitive, and emotional changes in as individuals transition from childhood to adulthood. It involves the development of identity, exploration of relationship, and the formation of a more independent sense of self. Factors that help to enhance adolescents' overall well-being and resilience are positive relationship with adults and peers, involvement in extracurricular activities, supportive environment to enhance adolescents' well-being and development, encouraging autonomy, providing opportunities for skill building, fostering a sense of belonging, open communication, emotional support, and opportunity for goal setting. How is identity developed and what are its positive effects? Identity is formed through the exploration of personal values, beliefs, and experiences, leading to a unique sense of self. Let me make it clear with an example. Imagine a teenager named Alex who loves to help others. Over time, Alex volunteers at local community events, listens to different perspectives, and reflect on their own beliefs and values. Through these experiences, Alex discovers a strong passion for social justice and helping those in need. This exploration of personal values, beliefs, and experiences shapes Alex's identity, leading to a unique sense of self as someone who cares deeply about making a positive difference in the world. Example like Alex's journey help us understand that identity formation is deeply influenced by our exploration of personal values, beliefs, and experiences. This exploration fosters a strong sense of self, boosts self-confidence, and equip individuals with clarity needed to navigate life's complexities. Role confusion occurs when adolescents struggle to establish a clear sense of identity, experiencing uncertainty and conflict in defining their values, beliefs, and future goals. Let's take an example. Emma, a teenager, feels pressured by her parents to pursue a career in medicine despite her passion for art. This conflict between her own desire and external expectations leads to a confusion about her identity and future path, resulting in role confusion. Role confusion can lead to uncertainty, anxiety, and difficulty making decisions. It negatively impacts an individual's overall well-being and future direction. As we conclude our exploration of the fifth stage of adolescence in Erickson's psychosocial theory, I invite you to pause for a while and engage in an imaginative exercise. Close your eyes and envision a snapshot of your daily life. Reflect on your values, interests, and goals. Do they feel clear and aligned? Or do you see sense of confusion and uncertainty? Relive the significant choices you made during your teenage years. How did it contribute to your sense of identity? I'll come back from your imagination. Now let's explore the sixth stage of psychosocial development by Erik Erikson, early adulthood. Erik Erikson's stage of intimacy and isolation occurs during young adulthood or early adulthood, roughly from age 19 to 40 years. The stage is called intimacy versus isolation. Individuals in this stage seek to form close, meaningful relationship with others, whether through friendship or romantic partnership. The key challenge is finding a balance between developing intimate connection and avoiding social isolation. Trust, autonomy, and mutual understanding are factors contributing to intimacy. Successful navigation of this stage results in the ability to establish deep and lasting relationship. While failure may lead to feeling of loneliness and a sense of being socially disconnected. As we draw our discussion on the sixth stage of early adulthood to a close, I pose this reflection question to you. Reflect on your experience in forming close friendship. How have these connections influenced your overall well-being? So the seventh stage is middle adulthood. The seventh stage of Erik Erikson's psychosocial development theory encompasses middle adulthood, typically spanning from age 40 to 65. Within this stage, individuals encounter the psychosocial crisis of generativity versus stagnation. Let's explore the concept of generativity and stagnation according to Erik Erikson. Generativity refers to the ability and willingness to guide and nurture the next generation, often extending beyond one's own biological children. This can manifest in various ways, such as raising children, mentoring others, contributing to community projects, or making a positive impact in one's professional life. Stagnation, on the other hand, involves a sense of unproductiveness and a lack of personal growth. Individuals who struggle with stagnation may feel a sense of emptiness or purposelessness, experiencing a disconnect between their personal aspiration and their actual accomplishment. Let's make this concept clear with an example. Imagine a person in their 60s who has successfully raised a family, built a career, and now has the opportunity to mentor younger colleagues. This individual actively participates in community projects, volunteers, and contribute to the well-being of others. They find fulfillment in sharing their knowledge and experiences, fostering a sense of generativity. On the contrary, consider another individual in the same age bracket who might feel trapped in their daily routine, struggling to find a sense of purpose or satisfaction. This person may feel disconnected from personal and community development, resulting in feeling of stagnation. These examples help us understand that successfully navigating The generativity versus stagnation stage involves finding meaningful ways to contribute to the well being of others, whether through family, work, or community involvement, and managing a sense of purpose and growth throughout the middle adulthood. This successful passage results in a continued sense of purpose, personal growth, and a positive impact on the individual and the wider community. Unsuccessful completion of the generativity versus stagnation stage may lead to a sense of emptiness, stagnation, and a lack of contribution. Individual may feel unfulfilled, disconnected from personal and societal growth, and experience a diminished sense of purpose during middle adulthood. Now that we have explored the middle adulthood, I would like you to reflect on the following question. Think about a contribution you have made to your community or to the next generation. How did it impact your sense of purpose? Welcome to the eighth stage of Erickson's developmental theory, late adulthood. Late adulthood is the eighth and final stage in Erickson's model, and it encompasses the period of life from around 65 years onwards. The psychological conflict of this age is between integrity and despair. What is integrity? Integrity in this context refers to the ability to look back on one's life with a sense of fulfillment, satisfaction, and acceptance. Individuals who successfully navigate this stage feel a sense of accomplishment and wisdom. They have a coherent and positive narrative about their life, acknowledging both joys and sorrows. This stage involves achieving a sense of wholeness and completeness, accepting oneself and the choices made throughout life. What is despair? Despair, on the other hand, involves feeling of regret, disappointment, and a sense of unfulfilled life. Individuals experiencing despair may feel deep sense of dissatisfaction, reflecting on missed opportunities, unmet goals, or unresolved conflict. There might be a sense of hopelessness about the past and future. If the challenges of this stage are not successfully addressed, it can lead to a feeling of bitterness, anger, and despair. Now let's explore how aging influences integrity and despair. I will shed light on three important factors. First one is physical challenges. Old age often brings physical decline, including issues like reduced mobility, health concerns, and sensory impairments. Coping with these changes can influence one's sense of integrity or contribute to feeling of despair. Second one is reflection of life. As individuals age, they tend to reflect on their life journey, assessing accomplishment, relationship, and the overall meaning of their existence. This introspection play a crucial role in shaping the outcome of integrity versus despair stage. The point is social relationship. Aging may involve the loss of loved ones and changes in social roles. Successful navigation of this stage involves finding meaning in relationship and coming to terms with mortality. In summary, the integrity versus despair stage is about reconciling the events of one's life, accepting the past, and finding a sense of meaning and purpose in the face of mortality. Successful resolution leads to a sense of wisdom and contentment, while unresolved issue may result in feeling of regret and despair. The impact of aging, both physical and psychological, plays a significant role in shaping the experience of this stage. As we concluded our discussion on Erickson's stages of psychosocial development, let's reflect on the profound insight his theory offers into human growth and identity formation. Now let's recapitulate the key points and overarching themes of Erickson's model. Erickson's emphasis on the interplay between individual development and social context highlights the importance of societal influence on identity formation. Furthermore, his concept of psychosocial crisis underscores the dynamic nature of human development, wherein successful resolution fosters resilience and personal growth. Good news, Erickson's theory is not rigid. Individuals can revisit and make changes based on their experience and growth. Overall, Erickson's theory continues to be influential in understanding the complexities of human behavior and guiding interventions aimed at promoting psychosocial well-being across the lifespan. Thank you.
Oh, I was muted. I've learned that as I go along and go, yes, oh, then it's the camera switches to me. So we have, so I muted myself so all my comments would not interfere with you. So, um, I have taught Eric Erickson's psychosocial development scale stages, and I've heard presentations. You did an excellent job of explaining both sides, the stagnation part and the generativity, and then despair and gratitude, or whatever the other word was. You did an excellent job of doing that, Sister Sabitha.
Thank you.
So it was very understandable and very clear for all of us. And I liked what you said at the end. If you find out that when you go through these stages, that you end up short in the sense of, yeah, you're not happy with where you are. Yeah, the question is, what do you do? And here's two suggestions. One, find a spiritual director. that can help you. Or two, find a counselor. So we have to, as leaders, be very comfortable with saying, here's my difficulty, and explaining that to someone. And sometimes out of the community, so it's a counselor or a spiritual director, but sometimes also it can be helpful in the community as well. So those stages are certainly um, some challenges for all of us, and we continue to grow. Our job is to grow.
Yes.
And so at this point, that ends the recording for today. Thank you all.